What's up, Internet? This is Skinny at Coburg Nissan, and I've got a 2018 Nissan Murano SL with just over 35,000 kilometers. This is a fantastic find. Let's go have a look. All right, let's jump right into this 18 Nissan Murano SL because there is lots to talk about. There's some advanced safety features to go over, some luxury features. It's a great car. So let's start off by getting it warmed up because it has a remote starter built into the key fob. And it's not warm out today. So you can see here the top buttons for your remote starter, lock, unlock, trunk, etc., right? So it's all there in the key fob. Get the car nice and warm. The best part about that is it will even turn on your heated steering wheel for you. So that way when you jump in the car, it is all nice, keeps your mitts all nice and warm. And I like that. So if this is your first time looking at a Murano, the Murano's been out since 2004 with Nissan. It is absolutely one of our strongholds in our lineup. It is a crossover vehicle. It's actually one of the very first crossover vehicles ever built, and it has been one of our flagship cars. It features our 3.5 liter V6 VQ engine. I want you to Google search that, Nissan VQ V6 engine, because it is one of the best engines in the world for like the last 15 years. It is absolutely unstoppable, a fantastic engine, and it's featured in this Murano and every single Murano that's ever been built. So just one of those little history lessons that I like to tell everybody about the Murano because I love the car. It is absolutely a blast to drive, and it's got tons of luxury features. So on the SL model, you got these beautiful 18-inch alloy wheels, and then if I pan to the side, you'll see that nice little chrome piece there, which really sets off the side of the vehicle. You've got LED turn signals in the mirrors, and then underneath the mirror, there's a camera on that one and a camera on the other mirror, which I'll show you when we get inside, but it's called bird's eye view, and it gives you a top-down view of the car, so it makes it super simple for parking. Now, as we stand back here, I want to point out something. The Murano has a floating roof design. You can see how this gray roof piece here, it'll stop right there, and now it's got that black, so it looks like the roof is floating. And that's, again, a really cool Nissan innovation, and now you're going to see a lot of other companies start to copy that. Lexus, they've all started to copy that floating roof design because it's kind of that new design, that trendy thing that's out there, and Nissan was, again, the first ones to come out with the floating roof. Coming around the back, check out these 370Z inspired taillights. These things look super sharp, really bright, and they give that car a really nice finishing piece on the back. A lot of companies forget the back has to look nice too. Dual exhaust down below, got the SL all-wheel drive badging over here, and then let's get the trunk opened up so I can show you inside, because the Murano has a massive trunk, as you can see. Lots of room for storage back here. You can fold down those back seats, 60-40 split seat, right from a handle on inside of the panels there, and then underneath you have a full-size spare tire, and that is your Bose stereo subwoofer that you see down there. So lots of room. Let's close it back up and continue our tour. Now, as I'm doing this, I'm looking for any dings, dents, scratches, any damage that I can show you, because I know it's a pre-owned vehicle and you're probably shopping from the comfort of your home, so you want to see everything that you would want to see in person, and that's what I'm looking for as I do this tour for you. As we come around to the front, it's when you're going to get your first glimpse at these 370 inspired headlights. Really nice cutout onto the fender. Has these LED daytime running lights here that you see, which are really nice. Fog lights down below, and then our big Nissan V-Motion grille. And then right under that emblem, you can see there's another camera. There's 4 cameras on the vehicle to give you that bird's eye view. Now, a lot of people ask us when they look at it, what is that? That big cutout right there in the front lower part of the grille. And let me explain what that is. That is a radar box. And what the radar box does is it activates some of our advanced safety features on this Murano. And as I back up here, I'm kind of going to try to give you a visualization of it. So let's picture that we're driving on the highway, and this is our Murano, we're driving, and the traffic is somewhere around here, and we're continuing on. But this traffic now starts to slow down, right? But we're on our radio, and we're adjusting the radio station. So that radar box is measuring the distance in front of the Murano to the car in front. And if it approaches too quickly to a car in front, it will activate the forward emergency braking. So what that's going to do is it's going to apply the brake to the Murano and hopefully avoid a collision in the front. It's going to try to keep pace and keep that Murano from touching the back bumper of anything in front of you if you're just, for some reason, not paying attention. So that is a fantastic safety feature to have. And in my opinion, one of the best safety features to come out in like at least the last 5 years, maybe the last 10 years. And that is provided through that radar box in the front. And the radar box does one other thing, which I'll show you when we get inside the car, because A, it's cold out, and B, it's a little easier to explain when we have the buttons on the steering wheel. So let's get the Murano opened up here, give you a quick peek at the back. Whoops, I was taking photos, I forgot to take them out, sorry. We've got these beautiful leather seats in the back. You can see the cup holder that folds down, and give you a quick glimpse of that panoramic sunroof. You can see how it comes all the way to the back and gives you a fantastic open airy feel in the back. It also has a shade as well, so if you want to cover it up, you just use the power shade and it retracts back and forward. Now, one thing I want to point out here in the back, you see this slot here? There's one there, and then there's one right here. And what that's designed for is that's designed to put an iPad or a tablet in, so that way it can rest comfortably and you can sit back here and watch. And it's really comfortable. Obviously, if you got little ones and they want to do that, then that solves the I want to hold it, I want to, no, just put it in the darn cup holder. So you put it back there and then it sits there nice and easy. And to keep it charged, there's a USB port right here. And you can also see that these seats are heated. So they've got rear heated seats on the driver and passenger side in the back, as well as a USB port to keep the kids interchanged and the electronics charged up. That USB port will also allow you to play audio through the speakers if you want to do that. I'm not sure that everybody wants to watch YouTube or Netflix through the speakers for the kids, but you can if you want. Give you another great look at that big panoramic sunroof. These beautiful leather seats, they're in fantastic condition. No odors in the car. A one-owner vehicle. Smells great, actually. Power driver's seat, power passenger seat, and then look at the detail on the seats here. This is one of the things that I really like. It's got this nice lighter gray stitching, and then it's got just this little cutout here on both the sides of the seat, and that just really separates that leather and gives it a really nice contrasting look. And then another thing that I love is this armrest. It has that split armrest down the middle with that brushed aluminum that goes all the way back and then through the center console. Really nice. Over here, as I mentioned, we use the remote starter, so that heated steering wheel is now active, and you've got your traction control and your power trunk button there. And the seats are actually hooked up to the memory system here. Sorry, I'm kind of going all over the place, but the seats are hooked up to the memory system. Now let's hop in. And because we use that remote starter, you can see it's telling us to push the brake to activate the vehicle, because obviously that's a safety feature. So let's get the car started. There we are. Now my seat is moving forward because the Murano features entry exit assist, which means when you stop the car and put it in park and get out, the seat will go all the way back, allowing for a taller driver to get in the vehicle. Let's say there's two drivers and one's tall, one's short, allows you to get in a little bit easier. So lots of buttons on the steering wheel, so let's go through them. So up top here you have your Bluetooth controls, and then your selection here for your, what do they call this screen? For the screen, I forget what they call it. Sorry guys, there was a fancy word for it. But they've got this beautiful, it's almost like a 7-inch screen in the front here, and the buttons here and here will go through those. So let me show you what you've got here in the front. This is a really nice system for the Murano in particular. Actually, it gives you a little bit of nicer information, and I find the displays are nicer on the Murano. But you can see here, this is kind of a summary view, has your compass, your speed, your radio stations. Now we've just got the radio, now we've got the compass, your information as far as fuel economy and trip, your average fuel economy, your driving age, which I'll get to in a second, tire pressure monitor, any warnings, and then your settings for the vehicle, which can be really customized in the Murano as far as which all the settings go. And that's all available right here through the use of these buttons here, and then you have your volume control on the side. Now, another advanced safety feature that we talked about, and it's a safety feature and a comfort feature, is the cruise control. So it's normal cruise control, however, it is the intelligent cruise control, which you can see from this button here. And what the intelligent cruise control is, if you've never used it, my gosh, and you're a highway driver, you're never gonna want to drive anything else, because using that radar box and the same idea with the forward emergency braking, excuse me, it's measuring the distance in front of you. So if you've got cruise, let's say set at 120 kilometers an hour, and the intelligent cruise control is activated, when that car in front of you, who's inevitably in the fast lane doing 110, why? Who knows? But there's always that person doing, a slow speed in the fast lane. The Murano will match the speed of the car in front. It will keep a safe distance, and the distance will depend on which distance you set here. There's 3 different levels, and it will essentially match the speed until that driver gets out of the way, and then it gets back up to your regular cruising speed of 120. So the intelligent cruise control is really the most comfortable cruise that you can have, because you no longer have to sit here with your foot on and off the brake and come on, get out of the way, and then back up the cruise speed. None of that. Just sit back, relax, sip your Starbucks, and wait for the traffic to move out of the way, and then it matches that speed. But the nice thing is even in traffic, like let's say you start getting into some traffic and it's like 60, 70 kilometers an hour, it's a pain in the butt, it will still be active. So you can, again, just sit in traffic and have that active intelligent cruise control work for you and keep the braking in the distance in front of you. So it's really, really nice if you're a highway driver. It's like one of those must-haves for 2019. So moving over here, we've got your infotainment radio setting, radio area, and it is a Bose stereo, which you'll be able to see here. We've got, I believe, 12 speakers in the Murano, bunch of them all over the place, really crystal clear sound, sounds fantastic. But we've got let's go to the audio section here because we're talking about it. So you've got AM, FM, Sirius satellite radio, CD player, USB 1, which is the front, USB 2, which is the rear, Bluetooth audio streaming. So if you have Spotify, YouTube, Google Play, Amazon streaming, how many streaming medias are there available now, right? It's crazy. But if you're subscribed to one or all of them, you can play it through the Bluetooth audio and an auxiliary input as well. Now, we've also got our handy navigation system. And this is a touchscreen nav, so you can zoom in, you can zoom out, all at the pinch of a button, just like your iPad or your tablet. And speaking of that, check this out. The Murano was the first one to come out with the tablet type interface. So this is all swipe left, swipe right, but all of these icons that you see here, swipe right, my hands are cold, sorry. All these icons that you see here are all customizable. So for example, if I wanted to get rid of this, so this is the home button for navigation, I can clear that, hit delete, and then I can add a new button there. And you'll see now it gives me a list of different things I can add. So let's just for fun go to info and 5-day forecast. So now when I hit save, that button is now the 5-day forecast button. So if you're signed up to Sirius XM radio with the full premium package with the forecast, I could click on that and then it's going to pull up the forecast. You can see it's looking for a subscription. But you can change all these buttons just by swiping left, swiping right, and change anything on here that you want. Really, really slick system, as you can see. Now, one other thing I want to show you is that camera system. So when I push the camera button up top here, here's a little Murano hack. It gives you the front camera. So if you're pulling into a parking spot, and I think it's 10 kilometers or less in speed, you can push that camera button. It gives you your front camera view. So you can see here, we've got the Armadas in front and the front camera view. So when you're pulling in, you can get nice and close to the cars in front of you, or ever have that stupid light pole where it's got that big cement barrier? Well, now you don't have to bump it. You can see that light pole's into place. And you can also see on the right side, you've got a top-down view of the vehicle. So that way you can line up in between the lines, really nice and slick. Or in the driveway, make sure there's no bikes and things like that. Now, when I put the car in reverse, that camera here changes to the rear view camera, obviously, so you don't go bumping into things in the back. And one more hack I have for you. If you push the camera button one more time, this right side camera will change to the right side mirror camera. And what that allows you to do, you can see here, here's your wheel. Now that yellow line is a curb line, so you don't go and muck up your wheels. You can parallel park like a champ. And that is the parallel parking camera. So a couple little things that you probably didn't know the Murano had, it has. Now we've got dual zone climate control, which means driver and passenger side are independent. So I can change this up to 23 because my wife's always cold and I'm always warm. And now we don't have to fight back and forth. Moving down below, we have the start, stop, push button there. We've got the USB and auxiliary input and a 12-volt charging station there. A little bit of junk holders there, your cup holders, the nice shifter with the brushed aluminum finish, and then your heated seat, driver and passenger. And again, like I said, that brushed aluminum finish, check it out. It goes all the way up and it's right through here, right through to the door panel. A really nice system, I should say, a nice touch. It really finishes off the car and gives it a cockpit feel, as you can see. And one other feature, as I was looking around, I forgot to tell you, it does have blind spot warning, which is right here in the mirror, or pardon me, inside the car, and you can see I'll activate it for you here. So that orange light would turn on, and that tells you that there's a car in your blind spot. Now, the reason why Nissan does it inside the car and not outside the car is because obviously if it's on the outside and your mirrors are dirty or it's frosty or whatever, you can't see it, but inside the car it's always protected and safe from the elements, as they would say. Give you one other quick view as we scroll around here. Interior's looking fantastic. The back is very comfortable if you got little kids. Got the USB, got the heated seats in the rear, heated seats in the front, remote starter, you name it, it's got it. The SL model is definitely not lacking in any features. This is a fantastic find. 35,262 kilometers on this 2018 Murano SL. I love it. Love driving them. I'm driving one right now. They are a fantastic vehicle. Super good on gas, I should say, as well. And nice and smooth with that V6 engine. Guys, my name is Skinny. I love working at Coburg Nissan, and you will love buying here. If you're shopping from out of town, this is why we do these videos. We've got you covered. We even have free delivery practically anywhere in Ontario. So if you like the car and you're in Niagara, you're in Kingston or Ottawa or wherever you are, you're like, I like it, but I don't want to drive there. We got it covered. That's why these videos are created, so you can feel comfortable and confident in the car, and then we take care of the rest for you. So give us a call or send us an email. We'll explain how that works. Even if you have a trade-in, we can take care of that too through some emails and pictures and VINs and things like that. We've got everything buttoned down, nice, smooth, simple service for you right here. So guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed it, and I would love to put this Murano in your driveway. Take care.